that I've had several key mentors throughout my education, and they were critical for me because often when I didn't think that I could perhaps go on to higher education, they always believed that I could, even when I thought I couldn't.
For example, when we took a trip down to the San Francisco Department of Public Health, we were introduced to so many different people, and each person had so many good qualities. They knew exactly what you're going through, what you're feeling, and they shared those experiences with us.
The faculty here had so much experience and diverse experiences that they shared with us, and I think that that really helped in being able to see down the road and what I could do.
At San Francisco State, I really feel like I had a group of mentors. I feel like all the teachers were open to having myself and other students come and see them when we needed to and talk to them, and they worked together and the students worked together to be each other's mentors.
For me to get back into college, I had to go back to see and visit my family. For them, education was very important, and my experience as an immigrant, I mean, I had to come into this country and take care of myself first, of my survival. And it was a drive of knowing that I could become somebody else, someone more than I already was by going back to school.
A few people that come to mind right away: my mom, who didn't go to college. I was really the first one in my immediate family to go to college. And so I knew that it was really important to her. It was also really just important to me, and I felt really supported by my high school teachers. I left high school early with their encouragement because I wanted to start college early.
Definitely my parents, they started from really early age to nurture that thought in me, and it was pretty ingrained, such that when it was time to go to college, I had no choice. It's just automatic. Go to college, that's what you do.
Again, my sister-in-law. She's always been an inspiration because she's been, I'm the second in my family to graduate from college, but the first woman to actually have a degree.
So I started exploring, I was going into midwifery, I was going into different options, and I came to San Francisco State. Someone said, you might want to go to the health education program because they do things a little differently, and they question things differently, and you kind of fit in with that model. So, and I met with an advisor here, and all of a sudden, I found this new home that felt like, okay, I can question things critically, I can go against the status quo, and you can shake things up, and I was really drawn to it because I felt it was provocative and it was radical.
In one of the foundation courses in health education, we had a guest speaker who talked about drunk driving, and his words were just very powerful, very shocking. And about a month later, I had 2 friends who passed away in a drunk driving accident. And from that moment on, when I was going through my grieving process, I just really remembered his words, and I knew that this field can make a difference, and I wanted to make a difference.
Well, I have to say that I stumbled upon this major, and I took a class and I fell in love with it. And I mean, the rest was history. This is something that I would love to do in the future, and I'm glad that this is the path that I went.
And when I transferred to San Francisco State and just trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I came across a 300 core class in health education and wanted to see what it was all about. And so that class really made me want to explore health education more, and I realized that this is where I needed to be.
Find someone that you can relate to, rather than looking so much for the so-called qualifications and degrees. It has worked out way better having someone who I can have similar experiences, and there is a level of trust involved.
You can't just go into somebody's office and say, can you be my mentor? I mean, that's kind of an awkward thing to do, and the thing that I like about this program is that it provides a bridge between the university and the field out there in public health, and so that allows us students to ease into the field or into finding a program or a mentor.
A lot of people, a lot of students see teachers as the non plus ultra, people that know everything, and they're there to just instill information. And my experience with my teachers and this program here at San Francisco State has been quite the opposite, and I'd learned so much from them, and I want to think and I want to believe that they learned something from me.
Find what you're passionate for. You really have to dig for that, and then find who the movers and shakers are within that field that they have something that you want, and then latch on to them if they let you. And I think that's probably the best way. I did a lot of it by volunteering, and really developing those relationships with the mentors I had.